Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. We are studying chapter number 20. Today topic is DNA replication. The Watson-Crick model immediately suggested that the basis for the copying the genetic information is complementary. If one were to unzip the molecule, one would need to only to assemble the appropriate complementary nucleotides on the exposed single strand to form the two daughter complexes with the same sequence. This form of DNA replication is called as semi-conservative because while the sequence of the original duplex is conserved after one round of the replication, the duplex itself is not. Instead, each strand of the duplex become part of another duplex. In semi-conservative replication, the two strands of the duplex separate out, each acting as a model along which new nucleotides are arranged, thus giving rise to the two new duplex. In this process, by the separation of two strands, primary structure has been conserved, whereas the secondary structure has been disrupted. Other hypotheses of DNA replications were also proposed. The conservative model stated that parallel duplex helix would remain intact and generate DNA copies consisting of entirely new molecule. The dispersive model predicted that parental DNA would become completely dispersed and that each strand of all the daughter molecules would be the mixture of old and new DNA. The Melson-Stahl experiment, three hypotheses of DNA replications were evaluated by the Matthew Melson and Franklin Stahl of the California Institute of Technology in 1958. They grew the bacteria in a medium containing heavy isotopes of nitrogen 15, which became incorporated into the basis of the bacterial DNA. After several generations, the DNA of these bacteria was denser than that of bacteria grown in the medium containing the lighter isotope of nitrogen, N14. Melson and Stahl then transferred the bacterium from N15 medium to the N14 medium and collected the DNA at the various intervals. They dissolved the DNA in the cesium chloride and then spun it very high speed in a ultra centrifugation machine. DNA strands of different densities got separated. The enormous centrifugal force generated by the ultra centrifugation caused the cesium ions to migrate down towards the bottom of the centrifugation tube, creating a gradient of the cesium chloride and thus of density. Each DNA floats or sinks in the gradient until it reaches the position where the density is exactly equal to the density of the cesium, where the becomes nitrogen N15 strands are denser and then N14 strands. They migrate further down the tubes to the denser region of the cesium chloride gradient. The DNA collected immediately after the transfer as well as all done. However, after the DNA completed their first round of DNA replication in N14 medium, the density of their DNA has decreased to the equal intermediate between N14 DNA and N15 DNA. After the second round of replication, two densities classes of DNA were observed, one intermediate and one equal to the N14 DNA. Melson and Stahl interpreted their results as follow. After the first round of the replication, each daughter DNA duplex was hybrid, possessing the one of the heavy strand of the parental molecule and one light strand. When this hybrid duplex replicated, it contributed one heavy strand to form the another hybrid duplex and one light strand to form a light duplex. Thus, this experiment clearly confirmed the prediction of the Watson and Crick model that DNA replicates in a semi-conservative manner. Thanks for watching.